Okay, so I want to talk about Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man. So, okay, so the new Spider-Man Amazing Run. The new run of the Amazing Spider-Man. Issue 16 came out today. I have it, but I haven't read it yet. It's in this bag. It's not in that bag. That's the wrong bag. Anyways, I keep seeing people say that they weren't super excited for it, but I haven't seen any updated discourse on it, and I just want to give my opinion of how it's going, right? So, it's complicated. I really, really like it. The first 5 issues is a great, just simple Spider-Man story. Not many people are big fans of the side characters. I think it was fine. I liked the story. It was really cool. I had, like, because he was on psychedelics, he had lots of flashbacks to his childhood, to him and Uncle Ben. And he's getting a new job. It's like a new start for Spider-Man. And it's a really good, short little story for Spider-Man. But then after that, it's building up to Hellgate and Cosmic Spider-Man Adventure. Well, Spider-Man split into two, and all the time that it's building up to this, I'm going, oh no, not another clone saga, not another clone. And then after the Hellgate fight, you saw like brutal Spider-Man. Spider-Man's being brutal and just breaking people's bones and sending people to the ER. And I'm like, oh, maybe they're doing this thing where they separate Spider-Man and Peter Parker. And so Spider-Man's just more brutal and Peter Parker's the more human side in this story. And that could be interesting. Because Peter was obviously not Spider-Man. And because Peter was doing things at the same time that Spider-Man was doing these things, right? And then it's revealed that Peter is Ben, and Spider-Man is Norman Osborn. Spoiler. I'm gonna put spoiler warning in the title. Holy shit, I forgot. Yeah, so I already spoiled that for you. There's gonna be more spoilers. Yeah, because I'm gonna talk about it. It's Norman Osborn. And most people that I saw did not like this. They didn't like that it was Norman Osborn. And I get that, because it's like, oh my god, he's good again. Just wait till he goes bad. Now, that will happen eventually, but keeping this arc in and of itself, this set of comics, I don't think it's the worst thing ever. Because how I interpreted it, and I'm not like the most familiar with every comic book series and every comic book line, so you can let me know if I'm wrong in the comments or something, but how I interpreted it is when the Sin Eater took away all of Norman's sins, he's no longer the Green Goblin at all. And the other times when he went good, he's still insane. He's just suppressing the Goblin. Where you have this one panel, I have it in my box somewhere, the book where he sends Spider-Man the new suit. And he says, I didn't fly it out there myself because I was scared if I get on a glider, there's a chance I might never get off. Right? And this version of Osborn after the Sin Eater doesn't really seem to have that problem. He's just cleansed of his insanity. The Goblin's no longer inside of him. Now, eventually that's going to get retconned, because someone's going to want to do something with the Green Goblin, but as far as this is concerned, this arc in and of itself, so I think it works. I think it works as long as we take this arc in and of itself separately from everything else. Now, the problem... Actually, I don't think there's a problem with it. I think it's really good. We are watching Norman Osborn, this broken man who is... all he's done has been bad against his will, and even sometimes of his own will, being bad and being the Green Goblin. And right now he doesn't want to be bad. And the only person he knows that is truly a good person is Peter Parker and Spider-Man. And this person has been telling him that he is good, and he is good at being good. And it's this thing inside of him when he disappeared. I can't let this good person's name be trashed and tarnished, and so I will be the good person that he thinks I am, and I will take this on myself. And this is really exemplified when he's fighting all the other spider people, and there's this flash, and he's like, I am fighting children, and he immediately stops. He stops defending himself, he stops fighting, takes off his mask, and he's like breaking down crying, explaining this to them, and I think it's really good. Depending on what they do with him, because in the last issue with where we saw Norman Osborn, it was the Goblin people. They were trying to hunt him, the Goblin Slayers, and so I haven't read 16 yet. Hope it doesn't change my opinion. I hope it just stays with this Norman Osborn. We're focusing on his character now, and how he really, really wants to be good, and he really, really wants to do good things because Peter believed in him, and the one person who believed in him is gone, and so he has to hold down the fort until this person gets back. I think that is a great storyline, to watch this broken man try to pick himself back up and be the person that Peter believes him to be. The cosmic storyline that's going on right now with Peter in space, I mean, it's fine. It's just a cosmic Spider-Man story. Spider-Man in space. There's not really much to it. The suit, that's essentially like a techno symbiote. That's fine. I hope it gets more interesting, but right now it's just kind of, I don't want to go home, because if I go home, everyone's going to die because I can't beat Hellgate. It's not that bad. Ben's story is very interesting because, to my knowledge, I'm not the biggest Ben Reilly fan, so once again, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but his story arc has always been he wanted to be Peter so bad, but he couldn't be Peter because he was the clone, and then, knowing he's the clone, he goes and tries to make his own life, and he becomes Ben Reilly, and that's why he dyes his hair. That's why he had a different Spider-Man outfit at one point whenever he steps in for him. But at this moment, Peter is gone. Like, not just, oh, he's out of commission as Spider-Man, he's gone. Nobody knows who Peter is, and it's his moment to be Peter Parker. He can be Peter Parker, which is kind of what he wanted, and that's what this storyline is going in with his storyline, because he has his job at Rand and Rand, I think so. I can't remember for the life of me, and now it's really embarrassing. But he has his Peter's job, but like, you're starting to see some of the cracks where he's like mentioning that he might quit because Ben doesn't want to pretend to be Peter anymore, and that is really, really cool. It's really cool to watch him like get another Ben storyline, even if it's not the best, even if it's just another iteration of a storyline he already has had. It's cool to get another one because they kind of forget him a lot. They added so many different Spider people recently that it seems like they forget the original like 4 or 5 of them, and so that's pretty cool just to see him, to recognize him, to give him a storyline and something where they could have easily like probably wanted to just do another clone arc. My only concern with this is Marvel and editorial, because they're going to want to put everything back in the box, because they don't want Spider-Man to change, and that's been very apparent. Like, because every time things happen, Kraven's last hunt, and then Kraven comes back, like things like that, they don't really want him to change. They keep him the broke family man who saves the day. They don't let him grow. They don't let him do things. So when he comes back, he's going to be stronger. He's going to beat Hellgate. How do you put that back in the box? How do you make him weaker in order to keep him the same? Because Marvel's going to do that. We know that. I think it could be fine if they do it right. I mean, it could be fine. And obviously, I would love to see a Spider-Man grow and change and become a different person and grow as a person and be able to read through that storyline. But we know it's not going to happen. So depending on how it's going to work, I don't think it's the worst arc ever. I am concerned how they're going to put Norman Osborn back in the box, because in 2 writers' times, they're going to want to do a storyline with the Green Goblin. And guess what? If he's not the Green Goblin anymore, if he's not insane anymore, and he doesn't have to suppress the Goblin anymore, it's just not there, how are you going to do that? Well, they're going to find some way to do it, and it's probably going to be bullshit. And that's bad. But overall, my opinion on this is I think it's really good. I really like it. I actually wasn't very happy about Osborn being Spider-Man at first, but it's grown on me. I think that scene fighting the Spider People has been really good for his character, and I just like it. It's a nice, good, grounded Spider-Man story, and then you get your cosmic story that you like as well. It expounds on a lot of his side characters that don't really get a lot of screen time, and if they do get a lot of screen time, they don't get to change. Like Norman Osborn always goes, I'm good, and now I'm the Goblin, and then I'm good, now I'm the Goblin, right? So it's giving him a new arc where he's not the Goblin, he's not suppressing the Goblin, he just is Norman Osborn, and he's trying to be good. and that's really cool. I like that. Overall, I think it's worth reading. Yeah. Wet Willie!